So let's talk about the basics of NumPy 1, and that will be becoming the foundation of this whole NumPy module. And combine the NumPy, Pandas, and Matplot library will become the foundation of the whole machine learning. So let's get started with the first module, that is NumPy 1. And here we'll be discussing the only the basics in the first one, that is about the 1D array. So let's get started with array now. Okay, so let us import NumPy. So it's done as import NumPy as NP. And for your instance, let's install NumPy, pip install NumPy, although it's already installed on my PC. So yeah, it has been installed. So okay, so let's define an array. So okay, first I'll show you list. As we all know that in list we define it as like this. Yeah, so this is the way how we define the list. Now, in case of array, what we do is that if I'm defining a as np dot array, and where the array is defined as the list, and if I'll print a, then you will see that this is the list. I mean, this is the array, and it might be seeing like as very much to list. But what's the main thing that it makes the difference? Okay, so the main difference is that in case of NumPy, the arrays are much faster and powerful, and it's mathematically operational. Like in the like when we will go to the further more topics, we will see that we can make it in the matrix form, and the matrix form is basically the more advanced level of defining the coordinates of different picture, and we can eventually train our model on base of that. So and the next thing that can arrive in your mind is that why do we use array instead of list? Again, the same thing. That is, it's mathematical, and the operations of mathematics can be easily performed in case of array. Now, in case if you are thinking like, how is it? I mean, like, how can we get that it's easy to perform? Okay, so as you can see that I have the list here, and I have the array also. Now, so let's try to print a plus 10, and on the other hand let's print a list plus 10. So yeah, so in case of look, so in case of array, as you can see that 10 has been added to each of the element, right? Each of the index has received an addition of plus 10. But in case of list, as you can see there, that it's telling type error, right? So that's why it's very much, look, it's not impossible to perform the operations, but in case of list it's very much hard, and it's very much complex, and it's very much time consuming, not only in typing but in case of the machine operation also. The machine operates array much faster than list, so that's why we use array. Okay, so that makes it more convenient for the upcoming machine task. So next thing, okay, so basically, next thing is about shapes, dimensions, and the size of array. So yeah, so as we all know, yeah, okay. So A is our array and np dot array, and here's our list. Okay, and here's our list, and yeah, if I'm trying to print a, then this is the list that I'm getting from here. Okay, yeah, so here's the list that sorry, I mean, here's the array that I'm getting from here. It might look similar to list, but it's totally different. In the upcoming parts we will see that we can perform the matrix operation also, so that will make totally different from in case of lists. Okay, so let's see that how we can see the shapes of array. So I'll use a dot shape. And yeah, so it's telling that in the first column we are having, I mean, in the first row we are having 11 lists. I mean, 11 indices. Okay, so there are a total of 11 index. So this is how we define shape. And remember that there's some common mistake that we often do is that we write it as shape and we use two brackets in this case. But be careful that we don't use bracket in this case. Why? Because these brackets are essentially used in case of when you are defining a predefined, when you are using a predefined functions. In that case it's used. But in case of shape it's not a function. Shapes endim that I'll be telling right now, endim and size aren't functions. Then what they are? They are properties that we all should know. Okay, so that's why I'll be not using this. Okay, since as you can see there that it's giving type error. So why? Again the same thing, it's a function. I mean, sorry, it's a property, it's not a function. And if I want to know that how many elements are there, then in that case a dot size. So yeah, so 11 elements are there. Now in case if I want to know that what's the dimension of this, what's the dimension, although it's an 1D array. Okay, but then also print a dot endim 1. Okay, so it's giving that. Okay, I can we can write it like essentially we can write it like f the dimension of the particular array is is a dot shape. Yeah, so sorry, I mean size and dim and dimension. Okay, yeah, so is 1. Yeah, so the dimension of the particular array is 1. So basically a 2D array will appear to be to be in matrix. So yeah, this is how we define the shapes and dimension. Okay, so now let's move to the next part and the last part of this basic session, that is. Oh, okay, so import. So let us import, although this is the Jupyter environment, we don't need to import it more and more, but okay, then also import numpy as np. Next, now the next topic is indexing and slicing. Actually, in case of array or in case of NumPy, it's very much similar to. I mean, it's almost similar to list. If you'll see there, then if a is equivalent to np dot array, and that array is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, yeah, 10 10. Finally, yeah. So if I'll say that print a, now look here is that what I'm doing indexing a and 2. So 2 means we are evaluating there, we are evaluating third element. Now why only third element? As we all know that Python counts it from 0, right? Are we sure? Yes, we are sure. Okay, so Python counts it from 0, so that's why this is 2. What I'm trying to tell is that this is the first element is containing the index of 0, 1 and 2. So 2 and there is 3. So yeah, so the data is coming to be 3. So yeah, you might feel like it's not almost, it's actually totally similar to, or maybe almost similar to list. Okay, next is slicing. This was indexing. Yeah, okay, so this is indexing. And yeah, so oh yeah, so slicing. So in case of slicing, what we do is that I can slice out. What do I mean? There's a format. Actually that format is like, if I want to slice or basically, okay, we will see that what do I mean by slice. So start, stop. This is the way how we write it. Okay, yeah, so here's the way how we write it. So I'll show you. So basically, in case if I am starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, I'm starting from 4. Okay, so 3 to maybe 11, that is okay, not 11, 10, that is 9, since its index is 9. So yeah, 3, 3, that is 4, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 10's index is 11. So yeah, so if this is equivalent to be 10 and 9, so it's stopping at 9. Okay, so this is how we define it. And there's one more rule, that it doesn't means that you cannot increase this. Often this is often written as a, we can actually manipulate it also. What do I mean by manipulation? uh, this can be written as maybe start, step, sorry, start, stop, and step. This is the way how we do it. What do I mean? Like print and a, and I'm starting from maybe um, okay, let's start from 0 only, that is from 1. Now I want to go, I want to go till maybe 10, but the condition is that I'm skipping 2 steps. That means I'm going from 1 to 3, 3 to 4, and then 4 to 7. That means I'm adding plus 2. So this should be 2. And if there's one condition that I don't want to go till 5, then in that case I'll write there 5. So basically, if I'll run this code, yeah. So 5 is, what's the indices of 5, 1, 2, 3, and 0, 1, 2? Okay, so that is 4, right? Yeah, so yeah, so here it is. So this is how we can do it. So start, stop, and step. And this is how the array is getting slashed. So basically what it's all doing is that it's extracting the data from this array, it's manipulating, and it's slashing it there. So so basically ultimately it's creating another array from the previous one, right? So yeah, this was all about array. I mean 1D array. Array is a huge topic, and yeah. So this was all about 1D array. Thank you.